Previously on that Cthulhu John.
You hear anguish shouting,
No! Raquel!
Lenny, you have just witnessed something that you know can't be explained away or denied. Flower woman! Tea!
Some faint shouting outside in the courtyard as Lenny finally made it outside.
I'm gonna go find Lenny.
When you go to touch him, he grabs your arm and swings at you.
Be careful. He's crazy.
And I called Yuki.
And I said that I would lie and call there and say I have one. I think we should call Thompson and let him know that Lenny's missing.
Well, I mean, it might be better if he found him before other police officers did.
Hello, Flowers by Yuki.
I was wondering if you have any interest in a black lotus that I found.
I would love to see this flower if you have one.
Rutherford Brightly is very interested in this. Why don't you contact Rutherford?
I lost his number. Do you have it for me? I would love to call him. He's bought a few rare flowers from me, but nothing black for sure. I will look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much for calling again. Bye.
Welcome to that Cthulhu John.
Hello, thanks for joining us for that Cthulhu John, episode 45. We are a real play Call of Cthulhu podcast. I am George, your keeper of arcane lore. And with me are my friends and investigators, Chad.
I see dead people. They don't know they're dead yet.
Chuck.
Get ready!
And Jenny.
Hi. Every 10 I'll do something.
All right, guys. So
never prepared.
when we last left off, unfortunately, Lenny is no longer a playable character.
Bye.
He went off running into the darkness after seeing a ghost, a spectral projection of energy that formed the head of Raymond Tooley.
There was all kinds of ectoplasm and stuff. It was gross.
Yep. He even punched Heather, who was trying to stop him from getting away. Gave her a big old welt on her temple.
That's what she gets.
I'm gonna get you back, Lenny. I'm not gonna...
You gonna punch me?
No, I'm gonna make you better.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a real good
yeah.
revenge.
She's gonna fix you.
No, get you back, get you back to our gang. I'm gonna get you back. I have 51 in psychology, so I can teach you how to be a better brain.
I don't think it works that way. And
You said if it's over 50,
psychoanalysis.
then I can teach it.
Psychoanalysis is for giving back sanity.
Yeah.
Fuck. Something you guys could have told me when I was doing this. Roll the dice, fill out how many points I want to put in everything.
Well, that's what makes making characters fun. I mean, everybody
Putting
makes it completely
900
different
points in
after
charm.
the first one.
It's, you know,
Now, that's a great skill.
Yeah,
it's not something I wanted you to do early on anyway. Lenny was built to spill.
Yeah,
He was not supposed to make it that long.
but he did.
Yeah, he was manufactured to fall apart.
That's a dirty, rotten trick for your best friends.
I didn't know he was going to be anybody's bestie. Look, I tried not to be friends, okay? You wouldn't let me.
So the last thing we left off with was Heather calling Flowers by Yuki, claiming that she had a black lotus, and Yuki seemed to pretend like she didn't know anything about a black lotus, but a successful psychology roll from Heather let her know that Yuki is lying. However, there was also a fast talk roll, if I remember right, and Heather learned that Yuki knows Professor Brightly. And then he hung up with her. Walter, when did you leave the message for Detective Thompson.
I don't want to. I'm not ready.
I really don't remember. It might have been before I went to bed, or
I think it was
after.
before you went to bed.
Yeah, I don't think I would have waited till morning for that one.
No. All right, so Walter, you left a message for Detective Thompson at the precinct. You didn't have his personal number or pager number or anything.
And he called from a payphone.
And he called from a payphone so that he couldn't be tracked.
Although, since I told him who it was, and he has my phone number, I suppose there wasn't really any need.
You
in that
didn't.
case.
You said it's a friend, a mutual friend.
Right, but you told him that it was him.
Yeah, I introduced myself as Walter. So at least he'd know who was calling him, and making sense as to why he's our mutual friend.
He didn't say Lenny.
Right.
Lenny's name.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Okay.
Right. So Walter left that message for Detective Thompson. And speaking of Detective Thompson, Chuck,
I'm not ready.
that's who you're playing now.
Yeah, I'm taking over the detective.
You have unlocked Detective Thompson.
He's a big Who fan.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
I know, right? He's gone like completely 180 on this. Starts out the bad guy, now he comes back as the...
The bad guy police officer?
Yeah, but when you were the bad guy, you were actually the good guy, and then...
Well, it just goes to
He's
show
a
you
complicated
that
character.
Yeah, just because he's a corrupt cop,
the world's not black and white.
No,
necessarily.
he's bad because he was a liar, a lying liar.
Lotuses aren't all black and white, you know.
Because there's no such thing as a black one.
All right, so we're going to say right now we're going to go back in time a little bit. It is 10 in the morning. Luke Thompson just wakes up in his apartment in Frankfurt, right off of Oxford Circle.
Oh, nice.
The apartment's small. It's a one-bedroom.
Probably right there on Cheltenham Ave.
It's not the best kept place. It's very bachelor looking. Thompson himself is kind of just a utilitarian person. Just does what needs to get by as far as his own personal living and even hygiene at that point.
I feel like he's probably not home very much. Buries himself in work.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a thankless job.
So that morning you wake up and you see that there is a message on your answering machine.
At
home.
In my office.
No, at home.
Oh, does it forward it?
No.
Oh.
Why don't you play the answering machine message?
I don't want to do it. I stay in bed. I don't
There
ever
might
leave.
be someone else in the world that contacts you other than Walter.
All right. Walked around the house with like the toothbrush in my mouth. I press play on that as I start to shower up and all, I guess.
So you hear on the answering machine, "Hey Luke, it's Nancy." I'm sorry, let me do a girl voice.
Nancy Thompson.
See here on there, "Hey Luke, it's Nancy. I'm sorry to call you and tell you this, but the twins don't want to see you this weekend. They instead just want to stay at home. I'm sorry to tell you that, but maybe if you put a little more effort into things, that they might want to come over sometime, but you won't be seeing them this weekend." I guess that's all I had to say. Bye.
Probably yell something at the answering machine, like from across the apartment, as I'm like standing at the fridge or something.
Like, "You fucking bitch! Those are my kids!"
Oh, put the effort in, huh? I never heard that one before. How about not showing up? It's a lot of effort on the kid's part. Christ.
Oh, you have Lenny's voice too?
Oh, no. I can't. I'm not ready. I have to channel a whole new being. I'll find him. I'm going to work my way through it. I'll find him.
You just gotta work it out.
Christ, Nancy. Unbelievable.
So after showering up and everything, you go on your way to work. You get in there and you see Linda at the front desk there. She's kind of a shorter, chubbier cop. She says, "Hey, Luke, you going to be staying late tonight, too? Early in, late out?"
I guess it, usually comes with the job, Linda. I slowly take my sunglasses off. Maybe my hat or whatever. Yeah! That's only when I put them on.
Oh, sorry.
It's backwards. It's backwards when you take them.
I kind of just, make with pleasantries and walk on by.
All right.
Probably go right to the coffee station or whatever.
Yep. And as you get to the coffee station, you see a younger cop there, and his name is Martinez, and he kind of seems to admire you in a way.
Ugh.
And he goes, "Oh, Detective Thompson," and he has 2 cups of coffees in his hand, and he hands you one of them.
Is it my mug? Because there's this one mug that I brought in. I hate it when other people use it.
No, it's not your mug. It's just a paper cup.
All right. I probably got my mug in my office.
Yeah, definitely.
Martinez.
World's best detective.
Read my mind.
So Martinez hands you this coffee, and he goes, "So, Detective Thompson, you got any neat cases coming up? Anything cool?" Like, he's this bright-eyed rookie who has kind of followed your career as you have. Obviously, you're not a good cop now, but you started off as one.
It's not a bad one. I think I'm just a little defeated.
Yeah.
I say, I got more questions than answers right now. I'll let you know if something comes up later. And I continue walking to my office.
He goes, "Okay, have a good day." And you brush past him, go to your office. In your office, there is a message on your answering machine.
If this is Nancy, I swear to... I press play.
And you hear a message from Walter Pendergast, someone that you have met before in the investigation of Millie.
Pendergast. Is that still open, by the way? That investigation?
It is.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of more questions than answers.
Yeah.
Say, Pendergast. And I open one of my drawers and, look through the file for the, the case or whatever. Just as I'm listening.
In the case, you find a business card that says Walter Q. Pendergast, Antiquarian and Antique Restoration.
All right.
He says on the message that you have some sort of mutual friend that's in trouble.
Do I know who he's talking about?
You're not sure 100%, but probably Leonard Cobb. He's the only person that you know that both of you know.
I definitely need to speak with him some more.
Or it could be Heather, too. Could be Heather Snakehole.
Oh, the mutual friend?
But you're not sure.
I see.
Yeah. But you're not sure. We're going to say it's about noon right now, after getting settled in and everything.
Paperwork.
Yeah.
Following up leads, maybe.
Getting all that shit out of the way. And about noon rolls around. Do you want to call Walter at his business?
Yeah, I guess. Wait, I have his personal business card, don't I?
Yeah, it has both his home and work number on it.
Okay. I'll try him at home first, I guess. But I don't know. It's like a work day, so I don't know what I would think to do.
Well, if you want to try him at home first, you don't get an answer. You get an answering machine.
In lieu of leaving a message, I'll try the other number first.
All right. So you call the bookstore number, and you hear a man pick up. Doesn't sound like Walter. And he just says, yeah, Joe Clark's bookshop. What can I do to help you?
Say, I'm calling to speak to Walter Pendergast.
Oh, can I ask who's calling? He just walked in.
Luke Thompson. I don't want to say my profession, just so as not to, alert his coworkers or whatever, I guess.
I got you. So, Walter, you're just walking in the door. You hear the ding, 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 ding from the bell as you walk in. Same as you do every day. But as soon as you step in, Headley turns to you and goes, Walter, there's a call for you. Luke Thompson?
He undoes his scarf a little bit, and he's like, geez, At this rate, soon you guys are going to have to start charging me rent rather than paying me for working for you. And he kind of unbuttons his jacket on the way over to the phone. Hello?
Mr. Pendergast, I believe you left me a message. It's Detective Thompson.
Oh, yeah, Luke. I didn't think of your first name, but good to hear you call me back. Could I just put you on hold a second and step into the back real quick?
Yeah, sure. And I kind of lean back, put my feet up on my desk.
Nice. And I go to pick it up in the other room.
All right, so you go to your back room, pick up the phone, get it transferred back there.
Hey, detective, or can I call you Luke? I mean, I know we're not very well acquainted, but...
Luke's fine right now.
Listen, I don't know exactly what all Lenny told you, but he told me that he trusted you, and I know that he's in a bit of trouble right now. So I thought to come to you with this.
It's an understatement.
Yeah, I bet. Something seemed to push him over the edge yesterday, and he kind of went on running, and even went so far as to strike a good friend of his, and the whole thing just kind of made me a little more worried than usual, seeing as it seems you know what kind of trouble he is, perhaps more than I do. But he didn't seem like he was in a good state of mind when he left, and we haven't really been able to find him since.
I'm not sure Lenny has very many friends left. I mean, there's not a lot of options for him as to where he could go. I guess, it hasn't been 24 hours yet, so he wouldn't be considered a missing persons. Was it 24 or 48?
I think it's 48.
Isn't that the important time they're supposed to find you when you're missing?
Yes.
But you can't report somebody till after that? I don't get it.
That is a little weird when you think about it that way.
Yeah, I think it's 48.
He's a grown man, not a missing person. He's got a lot of people that aren't too pleased with him right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he just went off on his own to spare you guys. I expect to hear from him at some point. If he runs from me, he'll have more problems.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think he wants that. Like I said, he hit somebody that's a good friend of his, and that's the part that kind of worries me. I don't think he's in the right frame of mind. He wouldn't normally do that. I don't know if I'm asking for anything, but, like I said, he said that he trusted you, so I figured if there were any officer to know about this, it should probably be you, especially because he told me a little bit about your chief, which is quite concerning.
Yes. He and I spoke briefly about that. He's also wanted by the police commissioner.
Sheesh, goes that high up?
I suppose there is nothing that ties them two together. It's very strange. He said something about maybe they got to him too, but he was all very cryptic, insisting that he was being honest. I had a feeling I wasn't getting the whole story. I think I'm still missing a lot. If there's anything you could fill in, maybe it'll help us find him. Maybe it'll help us get him out of that mess.
Walter gets some goosebumps up and down his arms. Yeah. I suspect that I know why he was holding back. Definitely not a conversation for over the phone.
Of course not.
He kind of looks down at his watch. Come to think of it, actually, I just got to work too. But could we maybe, grab some coffee later and talk about this a bit more at a time that's not work hours?
Well, you've got my number. Let me know, I suppose. I'll be here most of the night.
Is contacting your office the best way to reach you?
You do have a pager.
I do also have a pager. I'm going to write that down. That's a possession. That's ballin'. Take my pager number.
And I do.
I'll get back to you whenever I can.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, thanks. I appreciate you getting back to me so soon. I hopefully will have some more better news on the situation next time we talk. Thanks again. Luke?
I'll see what I can do about looking for Lenny in the meantime.
Oh, yeah, with that, we were in the University City area when he skipped town on us. He does the air quote thing, not that Thompson can see that, but just to give you a point of reference to start from, if that helps.
It's tough. Could have went a lot of places from there.
Yeah.
You got trains and buses, highways.
He mentioned something about his truck. Maybe he's going to try to get that and skip town. I don't know if that helps, but kind of shrugs.
Did he never got it back, right? No, because he was planning on doing it, and then he ran away and he grabbed the pump sprayer, I bet. Or he took that car. No, I don't know that.
Shit.
But.
Yeah, I don't know that.
He's got the keys.
I don't know that Walter would think of that either, so I'm not going to mention that.
All right. I said, well, I know where his truck is being kept. Maybe I'll check there first.
Yeah, and Walter sounds a little enthusiastic with that. Says, well, thanks again, Detective Luke. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
He hangs up.
All right. During that time, what is Heather doing? She's at Walter's house. And Heather, give me an intelligence roll real quick.
Yeah, starting off with the rolls. 71. Oh,
Out of?
85. I didn't realize I had that much.
She's a smart little cookie.
Yeah.
All right, so Heather, you have tried calling Flowers by Yuki. You've talked to the woman there. You know that she's pretty much lying to you. And you kind of get this idea in your head that, what if I actually confronted her, like, face to face? See what happens then.
Yeah. So, how would I
But you don't drive anywhere.
Right. I have to...
Especially without your roommate's car.
Yeah. So I have to get to Delaware. I guess I'm just going to go to Walter's work and ask if I could borrow his car.
Okay.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
All right, Walter, come. Well, you're coming from West Philly, which is where the new hotel is, so it won't be a long ride.
Okay.
And by the time you get there, it's about 1 o'clock. Walter, you see Heather walk in as you're stocking some books on the shelves. You see her walk in. Your attention is turned towards the bell.
Oh, hey, Heather. It gives her a wave from across the room.
Hey, Walter. Any chance I could borrow your car?
Probably.
I'll put gas in it.
What,
I still have the money you gave me.
what's on your mind this time?
I'm trying to think if I want to tell the truth.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I guess so. Walter's my buddy. I think I'm going to stop by that Flowers by Yuki.
Taking the initiative on this one, I like it. Well, yeah, I guess Delaware's kind of far. Do you know where this place is? How to get there? I guess we have some maps around. We could probably route you a course. He raises an eyebrow skeptically.
The address was actually... No, you'd have to go to the library to figure out the address because you're going to need another phone book.
Oh.
Could I just call information and ask?
You could call information, sure. Yeah. Are you going to do it from the bookstore?
Of course I am.
All right. So, Walter, Heather asked if she can use your phone in the back.
He agrees.
All right, he agrees to it. So you call information. They give you the address for Flowers by Yuki in Wilmington, Delaware. Do you borrow Walter's car at this point? Walter, do you have any problems with that?
Not necessarily, but he does have something that's been on his mind, and since he doesn't have the opportunity to go there now, he kind of gestures for you to follow him to the back so that others don't really hear what he's about to say.
Okay.
Says, listen, I don't exactly know the best way to do this, but from what you said before and what Lenny said and what everybody else seems to be keen on doing, I wonder if there might be another way to get the truth from this lady. He kind of looks he frowns a little bit, and you see that he's kind of wrestling with what he's about to suggest a bit. Says, you know how the book that we found from Bradshaw said that whoever was under his control had to make the symbol? What if we somehow got Yuki to make the symbol, and you tried to get her to tell you the truth by doing what Bradshaw did to Ginger to Yuki?
I love that idea.
You two are insane without a leash.
I love that idea.
You can see that.
Well, how can I have to make her be able to, like, do you have any ideas on that? Do you have any?
Now, Heather, you don't know exactly how the curse works.
That's the part I've been wrestling with. I mean,
Lenny did find all that info and mark it in the book, and then Walter read it afterwards.
Walter had been kind of studying it too, so I mean, he should be.
We kept studying just that part.
I thought Walter made copies.
He did.
Oh, you did make copies of the book. That's right. Or at least the spells. That were in
two
it.
of the three, like the ensorceling part, I guess, if that's a word.
Right.
I like it. Ensorceling.
I'm not sure if I'm using that correctly, if it is even a word, but
I like it either way. It's good. It's a word now.
I mean, that's the part I've kind of been wrestling with. I don't know how we would trick her into writing it, but I mean, I thought two different ideas, and he does like the hands up in the air like a balancing scale kind of thing. I mean, we could potentially offer a trade, you know, the information we have for the information she has. She seems to be well, no, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't jump to conclusions there, but I mean, if this information is to be believed, and he rifles through the copied sections of that book that have the information we're talking about, I mean, this could be very valuable, if not dangerous in the wrong hands, but I mean, maybe there's some way you could entice or convince her to draw the symbol under the guise of, using this power to her advantage while secretly using it to your advantage?
I'm just trying to think of how I could have her draw it or make it appear.
Without actually drawing it yourself, maybe?
Well, I mean, I feel like I can draw it now.
I don't know.
Yeah, would she be immune
know.
to the effects already at this point? Not immune, but I mean...
I fed it, so...
Right.
If somebody hit you with a fireball, right? Just because you got hit with it once, does that mean you're immune to it?
Probably.
Or is that second fireball going to be worse?
I have never been hit with a fireball, so I'm going to go with yes. A resounding you're immune.
I don't know. I'm not here, but I'd be a little
I think
worried
when you
about
get hit with a
throwing around.
fireball, it's like in Mario when then you get the flower and you turn red and the fireballs don't hurt you anymore.
I'm pretty sure some of the piranha plants can still hurt you with fire. Everything, all the fire still hurts. The spinning columns of fire, the Koopas.
The look on Jenny's face right now.
Probably right. I felt like I was really doing something there.
Never mind. My bad. But I think it's dangerous.
I think you're
that
right.
yellow sign is rough.
All right, so Heather, what do you do from here? Do you borrow his car? Do you go down there? What do
He's
you do?
happy to make a second. I mean, you might even have more than one copy. I forget if I only made one. I usually do make more than one copy of things like that. But in either case, he would provide you with a copy of both of those and the keys to the car. If you're interested in that route, that is. But either way, he does give you the keys to the car.
I want them. Do you have any questions you want me to ask her? If I can...
Well, I mean, we're still kind of unclear as to the connection between this Lotus and the people that are after Lenny and the Ophidians, but think she's got to know something that she's not telling us. And, if this spell, he says as he gestures to the copies of the papers he gives you, is to be believed, I mean, she should be willing to part with anything that she's been hiding. Tricky business there. I mean, we need some disappearing, reappearing ink, or
that's what I was thinking.
Maybe some wax on a paper, and then we could wet the paper, and the image would show up. I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, but I just haven't really come up with any surefire ways to entrap someone like that. I just it's not really my thing. I kind of feel bad just even conspiring like this, honestly. But we're kind of desperate. I'm kind of desperate.
Can you make me 2 copies of the papers?
Sure.
Sure, no problems. He can totally do that.
Cranks out a couple more copies.
Okay.
Making sure to keep at least the original set that he had with him, and then gives her the copies.
All right. So you got 2 copies of those pages with the spells on them now, Heather.
Okay. And then...
What are you doing with 2? What do you think about no, go on. Never mind. I think I understand now. 2, it's the key.
Sneaky.
It's the key.
All right, so do you drive down to Flowers by Yuki?
Cruise.
All right, so it takes about an hour to get down there. By the time you get down there, it'll be about 2:30. In the meantime, Thompson, you are at work still.
Yeah.
Right. Anything in particular you want to accomplish while you're at work right now?
I'd like to solve all kinds of crimes and save this goddamn filthy city. But realistically, that's not going to happen. Have I had any contact with the Ophidians, specifically Joey and or Chucky, since they turned?
You haven't seen them in person yet.
Have I had any calls or anything in a while?
You have not heard any calls from them either.
Okay.
You're trying to get in touch with them, but they don't call you back when you give them a page.
Maybe around 1:30 or so. Usually when I go out for lunch. I'm gonna cruise by the truck depot.
Okay. So around 1:30, you start to leave your office, and you hear someone shouting as you are leaving, and the voice sounds familiar.
Fuck. How'd he end up here? No way. I leave my office.
You leave towards the sound of the voice, and sure enough, you see Lenny Cobb getting brought in handcuffs. He's screaming and trying to struggle and everything. There's 3 cops on him trying to hold him down right now and just to stop him from getting away.
Just stand there and watch as I put my hat on my head.
And you see Lenny there going, "They're snakes! They're all snakes! Everyone! You there? You there?"
It sounds like Lenny. That really does. That's something he would say. I think it's really him.
But he's mostly just trying to thrash about.
Yeah. I don't say anything. I don't approach. I watch him. Obviously, he's in duress. Give him some time.
Yeah. You see them take him towards the interrogation rooms.
Not toward a holding cell?
No, you see him take him to an interrogation room first.
Okay. I'll wait a moment and see what they do with him. If they toss him in there to wait, see if someone else shows up, or if they, whatever they're doing with him. I wait and watch. Get a little closer.
So you get in a little bit closer, and you see that they take him into a room, a little bit past the interrogation rooms, the normal ones anyway. They take him into one where you know that there are manacles on the table.
Yeah.
So they bring him in there. Do you go in the room too?
No. No, I wait to see. I'd imagine the 3 uniforms aren't going to be interrogating him.
No, they put him in the room, and then you see them leave the room.
They say, what's the perp here? Oh, that's Lenny. Say, what's he done? Who wants to talk to him?
Says the chief wants to talk to him. He's coming down a little bit.
I see. Well, that can't be good. Maybe he bit off a little more than he could chew.
It's a good one. But what do you do from there? Do you wait for the chief to come down, or?
I don't want to be on his radar exactly, but I do kind of want to know what's going on. Is there like one of those like two-way mirror things from the other side, and you get to like watch, or the one-way mirror or whatever?
Sure is.
Maybe I'll go back there.
All right. So you go back to where the that one-way glass is, and there's 3 cops in there, and they go, "Hey, Thompson, what are you doing here?"
Curious. This guy's it's tied to a couple of my ongoing investigations right now, and while it says he was directly involved, I'd like to sit in, keep an eye on him.
He's got to be involved in some shit because the chief's coming down and talk to him personally.
Yeah, it's he's got to be into something big, huh?
Must be. And the chief comes down. You see him stroll in. Old
Gregor Sambor.
Gregor. Yeah.
Isn't he? Is he commissioner? Chief of police?
The police commissioner, the chief of police.
Is it the same?
I don't know.
So many jobs.
Well, the police the head of the police force comes down. The chief, and he comes down and he says, "All right, guys, why don't you all take a break? I'm gonna go in there and talk to him myself."
You got it, Chief. And I let the other cops go out first, and
Poor Lenny.
I also go out, but I kind of circle back and try to sneak back in when he's in there talking to Lenny. Unless there's like a tape recorder or like a camera, I can just click play on real quick before walking out. Or not play, but record.
There is no camera there.
Is there a tape recorder with a tape in it by any chance?
There is a tape recorder.
Can I try to press record on it on my way out?
Sure you can.
Is anyone watching me?
There's no one there right now. The other cops have left, and you have circled back. As you go back to hit the record button, you can still kind of see into the room there.
I don't want to.
There's a little speaker that you can put the record button near.
Okay.
Of course, but it's hard to actually hear inside the room. Or, from outside of it, you can't really hear other than the speaker.
Yeah. So I kind of just gently leave the tape recorder, and then I leave the room. I'll come back in a bit for it.
Okay.
But I don't want to be caught there, so I don't want to wait.
Right. As you're leaving the room, you see the lights go off in the interrogation room.
Strange. Well, either way. And I close the door behind me and leave.
All right.
He would be able to see through the mirror then.
Where are you going?
Let's go to the coffee station. Back to my office for like a minute. Give it 10 or 15. Go back that way and see if I can grab my tape recorder without being noticed. Try to keep an eye on that direction and see if he comes out as well.
All right. So while you're at the coffee station, you hear a commotion, and you see some the cops that are medics or medically trained cops come running across the precinct there, and you see them heading towards the interrogation rooms.
Did Lenny's heart burst? I go see what's happening.
You go to see what's happening, and you see that they are carrying out Lenny. There's 2 cops holding him up and kind of dragging him. You see them drag him out front where there is an awaiting ambulance. They put him in there, and the ambulance drives away.
I ask, one of the cops that put him in there. Say, which hospital is he being taken to?
Let's see. Roundhouse. Jefferson.
Thank you. And I swing back by the interrogation room and try to scoop up my tape.
All right. When you go back to the interrogation room, you find the tape recorder. However, you don't find a tape inside of it.
Fucker. All right.
So let's go back to what Heather is doing. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon when you arrive at Flowers by Yuki.
Yep, I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so I just go in. Are they open?
They are open right now. You can open the door, and when you walk in, you hear a boo boo, like a little chime. You look around and you see a bunch of flowers, plants. The place is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of flowers that you recognize all out front, and some that you have seen but don't know the names of. All of the flowers look impeccable. No wilting or anything on them. As you're walking through, you even see a little Venus flytrap plant in there. You see a fly go through it and kind of jump down towards the nectar on it, and you see it slowly close and crush the fly.
What good timing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking at this, you hear a woman's voice go, "Yes, hello, can I help you with anything?"
Hi, I think we spoke on the phone earlier today.
Oh, did we? What did we speak about? I get so many phone calls.
Oh my God, George, stop. We spoke about the lotus.
Oh, yes. I believe you have some sort of very dark-colored lotus.
Just say it, lady.
I do. I don't have it with me. I just wanted to talk to you about it.
She goes, "Oh, well, that's fine. Tell me more about it then."
Well, I was just wondering if you've spoken to Brightly.
So she says to you, "Well, not since I've talked to you. I haven't spoken to him. I told you I lost his number. If you have it, I would love to be able to call him back again." Heather, she's reaching for a piece of paper and a pen, it looks like. Let's see a spot hidden roll.
Okay, because I don't know what to fucking do. 1.
A 1?
1. 0,
Wow.
0, 1.
Oh, wait, that's good.
Oh, wow.
Is it good?
That's great. That's the best. That's a crit.
Yes, because I had no idea what to do.
Okay, so while she's reaching for this piece of paper, you can see a tattoo on her forearm. She reaches with her long sleeve, but the sleeve pulls back a little bit. You see a little tattoo on her forearm. The tattoo looks like some sort of very graphically designed snake.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She reaches for the paper. She comes back with the pen, and she says, "Do you have his number? I would really love to have it. It's been a while since I've talked to him."
I think I'd have to ask him first. I mean, he was pretty serious about you already having it, so I don't really feel completely
Heather, give me an
comfortable.
intelligence roll.
Okay. Oh my God, snake tattoo.
So snake cult?
Yeah. 20.
A 20, and that's got to be a hard pass for you.
It's a hard
right?
pass.
Okay. You remember the very rare flower that Lenny had told you about. It's kind of like a pink flower that looks a lot like the black lotus.
She was there when he looked it up in the book at Walter's store, I believe.
Yep,
Yeah.
she was. So you remember that one. And why don't you think to yourself, maybe you could ask about that one, since she doesn't seem to be opening up about this black lotus.
And do I remember the name of it?
Yeah, you remember the name of it. I never actually stated it, but you remember the name of it.
It was the pink lotus.
Yeah, the pink one.
Yeah. If you've never heard of that one, have you heard of the pink lotus?
Right. And she goes, "Oh, yes, I have actually. We have some here."
Are they for sale?
They are. They're quite expensive, but I think you'll find that it's well worth the price. Would you like to see them?
I would.
Well, just follow me. She opens a door that's behind the counter and where the register is. And she says, "Yes, please, just follow me down here." And you see some steps that lead down.
Okay. I go with her.
Okay. So she goes down to the basement with you. As you're going down to the basement, you see that it's pretty well lit down there. When you go in there, you see a bunch of plants, and it looks like they're like grow lights, maybe, that are helping keep these plants alive. And she says, "That's it right over there." And you see a pink lotus, and you go to approach it. All right. Take a good look at it. I mean, it looks like a very pretty flower. She says, were you interested in buying it?
No, I just wanted to make sure it looked...
You turn around and say that to her, and then you see her with her palm up to her mouth, and she blows something in your face.
Got him. You never follow a snake cultist into a basement.
I never go to a second location.
You see some powder get blown in your face. Heather, you cough a little bit, and you stumble back, and Yuki says to you, "Now, I think you will tell me how you know about the Black Lotus."
Yes.
And you
she
see
said
her
it.
start to grow really big, and you start to grow really small.
Oh, she got you with the Wonderland dust.
And she's towering over you now, and she says,
What do you know about the Black Lotus?
Heather, you're tripping out right now. You don't know exactly what's going on. Heather, you're going to lose 13 sanity points.
Wow. That comes with, I bet, some bad stuff.
Yeah, well, it's over 5, so that
Yeah.
means you have to give me another intelligence roll. You want to fail this intelligence roll.
Okay. I should take the 13 away first.
Yeah, take away your 13 sanity points.
Cool. I feel like I still have a lot, though. I'm alright. It's okay. That's alright. I'm okay. Everything's okay. It's fine.
It's all fine.
I want to fail intelligence?
You want to fail your intelligence roll for this part.
Guys, I did it. I got an
failed?
87. I got an 87
Nice.
and I have 85.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, since you
These dice
have
are
failed,
so nice.
by failing your intelligence roll, you don't realize the full understanding of what's happening right now.
Very good.
However, the visions that you start having are absolutely horrific. And next thing you know, you start talking about Lenny. You start talking about Walter.
You were gonna hit her with the truth, and she hit you with the truth.
I know. Oh my God. I had a sneaky plan.
I don't think you did. I think you just copied it twice and then didn't know what you were doing after that.
No, I had an
Did you
idea.
have a plan?
I had
Okay.
an idea.
So, you see,
Just wanted 2 copies.
you kind of spill everything that you know, including your knowledge of everything that Walter has told you.
Oh, shit. What a fucking rat.
The
Scabby the rat over here.
hours, is it?
She's behind everything. She did this to Brightly, right? And then got him on board in the cult, but he doesn't
She's
really
the
even know.
key. I'm telling you, that's what that means.
She's the puppet
Flower
master
woman?
from the beginning.
Gibberish key. A snake tattoo? I would get a snake tattoo in real life.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything, honestly. It's just a coincidence.
Like, I feel like snake tattoos are pretty cool.
They always have been.
Yeah,
Especially
like,
if there's a dagger or a skull
timeless.
or a motorcycle, or just like wheels and an engine coming out of a snake, like a snake hot rod.
Like rat thing?
Draw it, please.
I did at one time, and it was a snake with big hot rod wheels and exhaust pipes.
I have a skull and crossbones, so I mean, I'm due for a snake tattoo. I have one that looks like a race car thing, but it's not.
So, Heather, after these horrific visions and you spouting off everything that you know about the Black Lotus, you pass out for 8 hours.
Jesus, I am gonna get fired. I have work tonight. Don't I still have, like, a black eye, too? What? Oh.
Yep. Yeah, you're not having a very good time. No one is.
What a day.
No one's having a good time.
Oh, but that's another hit point for resting, right? Silver linings.
Gotta find them everywhere.
Wait, do you get hit point back every time you sleep or every day?
I think it's a day.
Damn.
It's a day. Yeah, it's a whole day.
A day of rest.
hours.
I would just have people, like, punch me in the face, knock me out, get a hit point. Oh, wait, no, I'd lose a hit point if I kept getting punched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's...
Forget it.
Just being some eternal loop of getting punched.
Rewind that.
So, Walter, what are you up to come about 2:30 in the afternoon? You still just at work?
Yeah, I mean, aside from my regular work duties, I do want to prep for meeting up with Thompson later. And by that, I mean copy specific passages from the Specula Magus, particularly pertaining to the Ophidian's method of duplicating someone's visage and persona.
Okay.
And also the passage that has the different effects of the different toxins they are known to produce, and making sure that the one that Lenny was injected with is among those. I'll maybe highlight or something to that nature of that one specifically. And I put together a little case file essentially for Thompson.
All right. So you put together some info for Thompson, everything that's probably pretty relevant. Anything you want to leave out?
No, I don't omit anything. I'm only doing this because I don't expect him to believe anything I say. So maybe if he reads it and processes it a different way, that'll sink in more effectively. I don't know. Might be grasping at straws here, but it's the best approach I can think of at the moment.
All right. Thompson, what are you doing? You just saw Lenny got pulled out and put into an ambulance.
He was alive?
You're not sure.
Really?
They were dragging him out. He didn't look conscious. He didn't look beat up or anything, though, either.
Mm-hmm. I'll follow up on that later, then. I was going to go out and stop for lunch and swing by the truck depot where Lenny used to work.
Ooh, all right.
He mentioned the flower possibly having that psychotropic effect. And so to follow up on that, I'm going to see if I can get access to the office, and if there's a flower there is my plan. Just to, kind of corroborate some of his story and then see what I can find out about it.
All right. Okay. So, you head over to the truck depot. We're going to say that takes us out to about 3 o'clock. No, 2:30. 2:30. I'm going to say. All right. So around then, you come to the truck depot. Pull up in your Thunderbird.
My bitchin' Thunderbird.
Bitchin' Thunderbird.
Copywritten.
And where do you head from there? Do you just go straight to Skinny Joey's office, or?
Yep.
Right.
Act like I've been there before. I have been.
Yeah, you have. So you wind up. So you walk up through the depot into the office building, up the stairs. No one tries to stop you or anything. They just walk right through, and as you get to the office door of Skinny Joe, you open it, and you see his secretary, Laura, there.
I give it a knock before I open it into the secretary's room or whatever.
Okay, so you knock.
Just knock and then open it, yeah.
And you hear, "Come in." And there you see Laura there, and she goes, "Oh, hi, Detective Thompson. What can I do for you?"
Good afternoon. Is your boss in?
She goes, "Joey? He's not in today."
Either one of them.
She goes, oh, well, Chucky's not in either.
I just have something I need to leave. I'm gonna just keep walking toward the door, the office door.
She doesn't try to stop you.
She better not. She stopped Lenny once. She ain't stopping this guy.
Thompson's got better luck with her than Lenny.
Lenny would be the more stable man, though.
She bitch smacked Lenny.
Yeah, she says to you, okay, yeah, just leave whatever you have to leave on his desk.
So I walk in, and I close the door behind me.
Okay.
And I begin... I believe Lenny said the flower was behind the desk. And so I go behind the desk, maybe move the chair, see if there's a shelf or something. Anything.
There is a shelf behind the desk, and right next to a picture of Skinny Joey and Chucky fishing, you see a small black-looking flower. I mean, it's upon closer inspection, it's very dark purple, but it looks black from a distance.
On the desk, is there like a letter opener or anything?
Sure. Yeah, a little decorative knife-looking letter opener there.
I take out my handkerchief and I snip a couple of the petals that are on the back, and wipe off the letter opener and wrap up the petals and put the letter opener back and pocket the petals.
Cool.
And I walk out.
Okay.
This is bullshit. It was that easy. You just walk in and take it.
I was like, do I leave anything? No. Did I leave note? Just thinking of you.
You didn't leave anything?
What, just to cover my tracks? What would I leave? I mean, you know what? Yeah. I just scribble my pager number. And I just write Cobb picked up. Or Cobb was picked up. And then I leave my number and I walk out. So at least it looks like I'm doing something for them.
Right.
That easy.
I'm sure they're going to find out about it with their whole... They got snake radio, snake walkie-talkies or something.
That was just the least anxiety I've had this entire game. Yeah, so she said go ahead in, and then you go in, you take the flower, all right. I was like, oh, good. I needed that 5 seconds.
Just to see something was easy.
This whole time, we're all dying.
The drive-in is easy.
We're all going fucking nuts. All I did was we never thought, just go get it.
No, I tried.
No.
She's a really good secretary.
Yeah.
She does not like Lenny cobweb salad.
No, she did not like cobweb salad. That's his full last name. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, it's a mouthful, so you know.
All right.
So I leave. I nod to her on the way out, and that's it. And I guess I go back to work.
All right, head back to work. Start doing some paperwork, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I want to call the hospital too.
Okay.
And see if I can inquire about Lenny's condition.
So after about an hour or so of being back at the precinct and getting some of the paperwork done, we're going to say it takes you out to about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And around that time is when you decide it's okay, good time to call the hospital. So you call up Jefferson Hospital, and they say to you, no one under that name has been checked in.
Would there have been an individual about 6 foot or so, salt and pepper beard, and I give him Lenny's description. Say maybe kind of out of it or ranting, raving. He would have come in from the police district, the precinct or whatever. Maybe he didn't get his name.
I see. And she says, oh, the John Doe. Yeah, that sounds like him.
John Doe. What is this John Doe's condition?
She says, well, unfortunately, he didn't make it.
Come.
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
Very well. I'd like that autopsy.
Says, oh, yeah, sure. No problem.
Follow up with you.
She says it hasn't been filled out quite yet.
Yeah.
But as soon as it is, we'll let you know, Detective.
Follow it up tomorrow then.
All right.
You killed Lenny.
Oh.
R.I.P. Lenny.
No. Really? You didn't even give him a day of
no.
what's he doing? Did he go to Alaska? You know?
The Mophidians had it out for him, man.
He never saw his truck again. He never said goodbye to.
He had the cops after him, a temporary relief from the APB.
He was done. Yeah, he wasn't gonna get very far. To be fair,
I was gonna find him, make him better, and take him to Alaska.
he's fucking dead.
Dad,
No, man.
You guys told me people don't die;
What?
they just go crazy most of the
We
time.
never said they don't die.
I didn't say they don't die.
Well, that's
Never
what I
said
thought.
that once. All right, so that's where we're going to end the episode. Though.
Oh.
I think technically the words were, there are no happy endings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys did say that a lot.
Yeah.
And he didn't die happy.
You did say that.
He died mad.
Well, I want. We're all a bit mad here. So. All right. So thanks to everyone for listening. And just everyone remember, sanity is overrated.
Until you die.
All right.
Hello and welcome to that luck roll.
All right, guys. So it's time to roll up luck. Everyone, roll your percentile dice.
Sorry.
And try to get above your luck score.
Yeah, 67 will do it.
$66.
Whoa.
That's an evil number.
Damn. Meant to be. +1 luck.
6. That's 3 6s.
Uh-oh.
83 is higher than his 35.
All right.
So, 2. Put me at a whopping 37.
You got more than me.
And remember, friendship is overrated.
I got sanity for days. This is going to be awesome. I got
How much
75
sanity do you
sanity.
Dad, you're like the sanest person in the world.
That is.
I got it together.
Thompson's pretty level-headed.
I feel like 99 would make you crazy. I feel like that's too much.
Wait, how much?
75.
You're almost up to Walter's 79.
Whoa.
Wow,
Big
that
time.
is
Walter.
That's how much you still have left?
Sanity? Yeah, he keeps missing everything. He's Magoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like going insane. Lenny's dead. Thompson's watching. On the phone with Lenny being dead, and you're
Lenny's
like,
fucking dead. He's dead. Really?
Lenny's
We just killed him
dead.
off. Just like that. That's rough. That's rough. It's fair.
he's such a good
Why do you think I said
character.
rest in peace, Lenny?
I don't
He
know.
was a great character, but
I think people are gonna go
He's
like
done.
Glenn on The Walking Dead. They're gonna
Get
be
all mad that
pissed.
Lenny's gone. Well, I
They're
mean,
gonna be
it's,
pissed.
Daryl,
It's
you
the
mean?
fan
Game, though.
favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Lenny's not the favorite.
yeah, but it might lead to another plot line. Who knows? Or to revealing something else. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
I know. Now we're
Well-
gonna have to cut. Now we're gonna have to cut out his heart.
Well, once he comes back,
Oh no!
once he comes back as an Ophidian,
Cut it out and burn it.
So that's what we have to do. We have to find some Russians and cut out his heart.
Don't worry about it. It's already in his will.
To cut out his heart.
Yeah, the executor of the will is going to figure all that out. It's the bank. The bank's going to take care of all that.
the bank
Yeah.
teller has to cut your heart out. Like, throw
Yep.
on a
Oh, not another one of these.
God. This is like the 5th one this month.
Oh, damn! Caught both of them flies tonight.
Sweet.
Just catch that one with your hand,
I just snatched him out of the fucking sky.
like
Nice.
Rookie of the Year.
Like Karate Kid.
Oh, no.
Just do it with chopsticks.
Yeah.
I ain't that good yet, but I'm working my way.
It's good training.
Well, damn.
Hey, this is George. Just a quick reminder to like, follow, and review us if you like what you're hearing. And if you want to support us and make our show better, head on over to our Patreon. You can always email us at contact@thatcthulhujohn.com with any comments. And you can follow us on Instagram @thatcthulhujohn.